Well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. The first fish of the night. Lovely bull huss there, going to Barry. Female fish, and it looks like she's got a purse coming out there. So we'll get her back quite sharpish. Well done, Barry.
Thank you very much.
Nice fish, mate. Cracker. Well done, mate. We'll get her back, yeah? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Anglesey. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's much obliged to have you on board tonight. So what can I tell you? We're on the rocks. We're on the rocks. Barry's had a fish. Literally, soon as we got here, Barry put the baits out. Big baits, we're targeting big fish. Barry put a bait out. He goes, that's a slack liner there, Tom. Bang. As you've seen, an absolutely stunning bull huss. An absolutely beautiful patterned fish. That type of fish usually lives over the sand, which shows where we're fishing. It's a clear sand mark, so it's lovely patterned fish. Then I turned around and I said to Barry, yeah, here goes mine. Then this happened. Well, second fish of the night goes to me. We've literally been here about half an hour, guys. I haven't quite got into doing the intro yet, so I'll do the intro next. We literally put both rods out, had a bit of a chat, and straight away Barry's was off, mine was off. Two fish, yet again, another cracking bull huss. Could be close to a double, this one. It could definitely be close to a double. Lovely fish. We're going to get it back. And it's giving you a smile. And as you see, as we put Barry's back, completely different style of fish, different colour, very similar in size. Bang, I got one. So we're a fish a piece, half an hour fishing. Shall we pack up and shall we go home? Nah, let's carry on and see what else we can pick up. This is a really good mark for big eels. I'm not going to say cod because that's like swearing on TV, but there could be a chance. There could always be a chance. We're coming into the end of January, guys. Late January, February, March are the prime times on Anglesey for a big cod. You always hear of somebody getting one. When I say big here in North Wales, £6, £7, you hear of one every winter. Well, this time of year. Also in February is a good time for a big pollock whilst you're conger fishing. So who knows what else will turn up. We're on the rocks, we're having a go. We've had a couple of fish. I'll hopefully bring you back with some baiting demonstrations and who knows what else. Do stay with us, thank you for tuning in. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Me or Barry, who's going to get the most? It's not a competition. We haven't fished together for a few months just because we've been doing our own course, doing our own things, and it's great to get back out on the rocks with Barry. Through a phone call today, I said I was going out, he said he was going out. We've kept in contact and I said, well, let's bump out together and have a crack and see what happens. And it's happening, it's happening. So it's nice to have a catch up. We will do plenty of talking tonight, but we'll do a bit of fishing and a bit of filming. So yeah, stay with us guys, please. Right then guys, a quick look at some of the baits that I'm using here tonight. I've got a whole sardine from Morrison's, cheap and cheerful, £1.20 for 6. Strapped to the side of that, I've got a whole squid from ABC Tackle. Not gutted it, not turned it inside out, just strapped it straight to the side. An 8-0 BMX Big Mouth and I think it's a 6-0 BMX Circle on the top. Nice big juicy baits, ready to go. Let's see if we can get some more big fish. So I've got one in close, pretty much down the side guys, at about 20 yards. Then I've got one at distance and it's pulled right round to the left in the tide. Barry's just having a bait change there now. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the sort of conditions we're fishing in. The wind up here will be quite harsh, but it's oh, doggy there for Barry. Doggy on film. Bit of dogging on film. Yeah, there's a big sea running. I'm sure the wind will sound quite, but it's big old sea smashing up now. So Landing fish isn't easy, or isn't going to be easy, but we're high up, and because of the sign of the rock, it's fairly safe. And then we're tucked down there, nice and comfy. Yeah, really comfortable fishing. A must whilst you're on the rocks is studded boots, guys. I've got the rock hoppers on myself. Studded boots, studded wellies, comfy mark, lovely night. It's due to rain at about 11 o'clock, so I think we're going to fish up till about then. But yeah, it's a rough all night, definitely a rough all night, but them husks do like a bit of a movement, a bit of swell. Hopefully we'll see a big eel as well before the end of the night. Yeah, I've got my left hand rod, I'm going to have to put it down. My left hand rod's just gone there now. In the tide, that tide is absolutely ripping out to the left. We're 2 hours off high water, and the tide is absolutely screaming. It's just pulled my 7-ounce lead out a little bit. Screaming to the left now on that tide, absolutely screaming. I haven't long put that bait out. I seen it just lift and slacken a bit, but I think what had happened, it's just lifted with the tide and pulled round. There's a big island to my left hand side just over here, and it's sitting at the back of that. Hopefully it'll throw up a big eel. Anything big with teeth, that's what we want to see. What I say to people a lot when it comes to fishing these marks, it's not about knowing the best time to get on them, but the best time to leave, and to know what state of tide you can get away with, how big a swell you can get away with. Now this is a big sea tonight, really big sea, but as I think I noted earlier on, the shape of the rock here, you can get away with it. Now you might think, well, how does he know that? Well, it's a local mark to me, and I've spent a lot of time, and I mean a lot of time, just walking the coast with the dogs and just general walking, knowing what I can get away with. So we've got a gully either side of us here, and the waves do crash up the gully, but they don't come up and around you because the shape of the rock. Now you can get away on this on a fairly big swell, like tonight. We are coming up into bigger tides. They're coming up to a 30 foot on Saturday, Friday, tomorrow. So they're about a 29 foot tonight. It's a big old tide, good tide, plenty of tide pull, a lot of swell. But like I say, guys, what I'm trying to point out to you, don't watch these videos and think, oh yeah, he went on the rocks in them conditions. I know my marks. I spend a lot of time watching the water, and if at any moment I felt like we were in danger, we were uncomfortable, I would evacuate straight away. It's about knowing when to leave, not when to arrive. It's a massive, vital thing. Safety first, guys. Like I say, where I am, where we are, it's really comfortable. We're high up. We're a good 15 foot off the front of the water there. The water's just breaking around us, around the gullies and the islands. Just be careful, guys. It's easy to tune in to somebody on YouTube, whether it's on the rocks, whether it's on Chesil Beach. Chesil Beach is dangerous, and it's easy to tune in to a YouTube video and think, yeah, this doesn't matter about the state of the water, the state of the tide, we'll go there and fish it anyway. I'm sure the people putting out that content know the area, know when and what they can get away with. Please be careful, guys. Please fish marks with somebody that knows them, or do your research, spend time watching the water. Don't just rock up, drive 100 miles and climb onto a cliff top or a beach with gullies that you don't know. It's really vital, really important. Sorry if I sound like I'm shouting, but I'm having a few issues with my mics at the moment. So with that in mind, I'm filming and I'm trying to overcrowd the wind with my voice. But yeah, like I say, we're really high up here. But she's, you know, we're a good 15 foot off the water here. She's breaking, she's strong, she's powerful. We're handballing fisher that we get, if we're getting either two that we've had. We've handballed, we've got a set of gloves. Just basically fishing with all the safeties and knowing the mark. Really important, that. What's he had? What's he had? It's a doggy. I thought it was a codlin then. I thought it was a codlin, you sneaky sod. I honestly thought for a minute, yeah, he's had a codlin. You're fishing. You're fishing a lot smaller than me, yeah.
No, it's got full fish in there.
Well, I thought he'd sneaked something then, eh? Sod. Hopefully I'm in screen. Not 100%, but hopefully I am. Barry's had a few doggies. I've had nothing else on the big baits. I did try a big blow lug bait, about 6 blow lug at distance. Nothing come of that. I'm back on the big baits now on both rods. So yeah, we had a fish each straight away, first cast, as you've seen. Then it's been just a couple of doggies for Barry. I've had no action on that one. I'm not trying to lecture people when it comes to fishing these marks when it's rough like this. But for an example, when I was about 13, I remember coming here fishing with a couple of my uncles one night. And we got here and it was a bit rougher than this. And I was like, I'm not going down there, it's too dangerous. And they made me sit here for 6 hours while they fished. I was too scared to come down and fish. And I sat on the cliff top up there and I watched them. And that's always played in my mind. I was about 13, maybe 14, and that's always played in my mind, knowing what the conditions that they fished it in, and then I've played about with it as I've got older and time's gone by. So I'm not trying to lecture you about when to come on marks and come off marks, but what I'm trying to do is educate you in when is the best times, when is the safest times. And sometimes you can fish head on wind off the rocks if the rock is a certain shape or way. The way that the rock is designed allows you to stay on there in floods and on a flood and a big sea running. But that's just local knowledge. There's places across the country that I wouldn't venture onto because I don't know them without going with someone. So yeah, we're still fishing, guys. We're an hour and a half off the top of high water now. Still fairly comfortable. Hopefully something else will turn up. Filming's a little bit difficult because of the wind. There's a slight bit of rain in the air now, but the wind. And I forgot to bring my tripod once again. I will start to remember, guys. But yeah, we're out with fishing. We've had a couple of fish. I hope you guys and girls are getting out there. We're now at the, what's the date today? 29th? 29th of January. So tomorrow's the 30th, but on Saturday we're coming into the 1st of February. The weather will start improving. The nights are already starting to get a bit later. So spring is slowly coming around the corner, guys. Hopefully that means you can get out there fishing if you don't like fishing in the winter months, and I look forward to seeing reports on social media. I love reading them, and I do have a Facebook group. Do feel free to join that. It's Fishing and Country Life with Tommy Joe. Fish Hunt, join that. If you've got some fishing stories you want to post them on there. If it's looking for advice, post them on there. It's a friendly group. Don't be offended if people don't give you marks, because people don't like to recommend marks in case somebody gets hurt off the back of them. I'm certainly like that, but there might be somebody out there that'll go with you, or it's a friendly family group, and we've got the fishing on there. We've always got activities on there. In March we'll be starting the kids free giveaways, so there's always something going on. And in February I've joined up with ABC. We're doing a monthly competition. In February we've got the biggest flatfish and the biggest round fish. There's some great prizes. Free entry, if I didn't mention that, it's free to enter. The winner gets a £100 voucher. There's opportunities of a £20 voucher by taking part. All the details are in the commentary on this YouTube page, so you can have a look at that, and I'll post every month what we're up to. And if you visit in Anglesey, what a great idea to get out there and maybe do a bit of fishing with a bonus win of some sort of prize. What I'll do now, guys, is I won't bring you back unless something exciting happens, like a big fish, or I don't know, something exciting. We'll see you in a bit. Always safety first, guys. It's picked up quite badly now. We're getting a few coming over us, so we're going to make our way, get off here. They're starting to come over the front. In the last half an hour, the tide and the wind has picked up faster than it was meant to pick up. It wasn't meant to pick up until midnight, and it's literally only about 9 o'clock. So we've got, I think, an hour now until high water on this side of the island, and she's not safe. Barry says I won't go over him. I've got them coming up beside me here. She's wild. She's definitely wild. So safety now. We've just wrapped it up and we're going to get off. We're going to get off to be safe, guys. Very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Time to go. Let's go, Barry. The route from here is perfectly safe. Like I say, it's about knowing when to get off. We've got an hour until the top of the tide, and we most probably won't be seeing home, or we could get into danger. That's not needed, not necessary. We'll see you at the next mark. You okay, mate? Yeah? Let's go. Well, we moved to the second mark, guys and girls. We have moved to the second mark. Now, it's raining, but it's a completely different mark. The wind is now off our backs. The conditions down there just changed like that. With a flick of a switch. It was meant to get up there tonight for 12 o'clock. It's now 9:30, quarter to 10, somewhere about there. It was supposed to get up at 12 o'clock, so we'd planned to fish till 11. But it got up sooner, and I hope I got a bit of footage there. I don't suppose it'll look as bad in the footage as it actually did, but it literally got up like that, boom. And I turned to Barry and I said, right, it's time to go, pack up. We packed up, moved on. We've come on to the second mark. We're now fishing over very heavy ground, quite snaggy here. It can be a bit of a tackle graveyard. We're going to have a quick hour. It's a short walk from the car to this mark. So we're going to have a quick hour and a bit over the top of high water, see if we can pick something else up. I'll keep the footage to a very minimum now. One, because it's raining, two, because it's windy, but it's off our backs. I'll show you a quick look at where we are and the state of the tides. And this is what I say to people when they're travelling to Anglesey: there's always somewhere to get out of the wind. Let me show you where we are. So as you can now see, both rods are out off me, and it's completely different conditions. A lot of colour after the northerly winds yesterday, but there's a swell, but it's not a rolling swell. A lot safer, and it is a matter of knowing when to come on and off these marks. Here we are. We're going to see if we can pick something else up. Who knows? We might get something else in this quick hour here now. On, buddy, yeah. The rain's now coming down, guys. It's proper horrible. Barry's just had a screaming run. Sounds like a carp angler now. Barry's rod just keeled straight over. Codlin maybe? Is it a codlin? Do you want me to go down? What is it? I'll go downstairs. Well, I was going to go down, but the fella's running down the rocks, man. He's like a whippet. Nice, nice, very, very nice. Well done, mate. Cracker. Dropped the rod. I was too busy filming. That's a cracking coley. That might touch over 50, that. That's a cracking fish. I told you you'd get a coley here, didn't I? Well done, mate. Ooh. Can you hear that rain? Not sure if you can, but the old beard's wet. Whoa, back in the car, guys, back in the car. We literally, give me some light. We literally had 2 casts down on that mark there. The rain's coming down. We've had a few fish and we've had a good catch up. Me and Barry haven't fished together for about 10 months, maybe a little bit more, about 10 months. Just due to one thing or another. Some people thought that we'd had cross paths, but I don't have cross paths. We just, life gets busy and people do their own thing. Barry won my species hunt last year, and he was busy on that mission, and I was busy on my own things. It's good sometimes to step back and do your own thing, and people are doing their own thing. But it was a very enjoyable night, and we've both agreed that we won't leave it too long before we get together again. And maybe we'll get me, him and Disco out again sometime. But yeah, good night. Couple of fish. Hard conditions. Hard conditions. Dangerous towards the end in the first one. Then we come here and the rain. But we got out, we done a bit of fishing, and that's what it's all about. Just getting out there, do a bit of fishing and enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope the content's alright. So until next time, guys, keep safe, keep fishing, keep chasing them dreams.